one of the greatest things happening in Israel, that a great rabbi, righteous one, a man who is doing a lot of loving kindness, spreading Torah all over the world, was blamed and got even a verdict to be in prison for 1 year. Now this is, as clearly many other things, part of the Erev, the mixed multitude who cannot stand righteous people, Kabbalists especially like him, who is doing loving chazing, helping all over the world, with food, with money, needy people, helping, and bring many people back to the Torah, spreading Torah all over the world, building kollel, yeshivot. Now we know the mixed multitude, Erev Rav today, the court unfortunately, everything against this kind, trying to catch them, and to put all kind of obstacle to them, and they can fail. We know, unfortunately, bribery, according to the Torah, is not the bribery they are blaming, because bribery, when you give money to people, especially when Jews were in trouble by non-Jews, they had to pay money to help them. Here also the same thing is not bribery, because a man like him will not do bribery, but this is all blaming. But this is the end really, this year is the time of the end of the era, as we saw, and the time of Messiah. Now let us see a very interesting table telling us who is he and what is going on. So what you see in the table is the following. His name is Yoshiyahu Yosef, and Pinto definitely cannot come in one skip in the Torah, but best meetings comes here. You have Yosef, Yoshiyahu, quite small skip, significant, and Pinto come here, and by the way, interesting that it comes exactly when it's written end 5775 this year, and this is exactly, if you saw my table for Erev Rav in Bible code, the end of the Erev Rav exactly on the same time. So definitely this is a sign that the end is coming. Now let us see what comes also. You have the mishpat, the judgment they did, din, and then came, and amazing what was the din, the judgment. Yoshiyahu Yosef should be bet asur in prison, exactly like Joseph, the righteous one, in Egypt, also by his brothers. Alila, it is a libel written here, which will be found out with the time. Now, the most interesting and frightening thing is that you saw these earthquakes in Nepal happening exactly almost in the same time when this judgment came out of putting this righteous in jail. So I wanted to know where in the book of Genesis, you can see Genesis, comes the best meeting of Nepal and earthquake, amazingly, exactly here. Arash, earthquake in Nepal. This is the best meeting in Genesis of these words, clearly showing that from heaven, apparently, up in heaven, this kind of judgment against such a righteous person, and Kabbalist, a man who helps a lot, also clearly coming with this description of Joseph, a man asher ruach Elokim bo, with the spirit of God in him, a man of God. And we know quite well, I know him, the things that he knows can be only, but they could not, and also by the way, you have the spark of Mashiach, because anybody who helps for building Israel, helping Jews coming back to Torah is, according to the Vilna Gaon, spark of Messiah, and he's a clever man, Navon v'chacham, no doubt, a man who helps a lot to people, give advices, yoetz. Now people who listen to him and are doing what he tells them, we know quite well, that really had a great success. So altogether, what we see here, very important message from heaven, that what is going now is really very, very close to the Messiah. And one of the signs that our rabbis tell us that the Erev Rav, the mixed multitude, will do everything to stop him, to stop Torah, to do anything to harm Torah, righteous people. And we know quite well this is what happened in the previous cases to other people, Orthodox people. They try to catch them, they want everything to do. But we know how much corruption is behind these people. People who involved in Israeli courts now are involved in very, very corrupted way. So really we speak about this kind of, unfortunately, people that try to put all these righteous people and to see that their influence will not be there. Now, hoping that people will learn about it, will understand that we are very near to the end this year, and the most important is to do tshuva. And then if we do tshuva, we keep Torah, the Messiah will come, a Mashiach will come, and redeem us from all these situations that we have today, so much occur against Torah. And know that, as we said, you have even on top here, that such thing can bring assault, tragedies. We saw it in Nepal, but we know quite well the situation in Israel, when hundreds, thousands, more than these missiles are against Israel. So no doubt we need a lot of help from heaven, and such things like fighting with Orthodox, blaming Orthodox for nothing, no doubt can really endanger Israel. And as you know quite well, there are really lots of indications that wars can come out now, and for this we need a lot of help from heaven. So let us really realize that if we are doing these things, up in heaven can be really harsh judgment, as we saw this earthquake exactly happening now. Now let us hope that we'll do repentance, we believe in God in the Torah, and then Mashiach will come soon and redeem us from all this kind of Erev Rav, of terrible people who try to fight against the Torah.